On Candid with Karl, I'm privileged to have the famous actor Virat Madake. Virat, let's take you back in time to where you originate from, which is Kolhapur.
First of all, thank you for having me, sir. It's my privilege to be here.
My privilege too, Virat.
And it's so good to talk to you candidly on
What?
camera.
Likewise.
First time, yeah. So, I am basically from Kolhapur,
Right.
and I came here after my 12th standard for my engineering.
As in to Pune.
I came to Pune,
Right.
for my engineering.
Right.
I did my engineering in MIT. I'm a
Right.
civil engineer. I think so. And
Impressive.
yeah, and then I did my MBA.
Right.
I used to work also in the civil industry, but I've been doing plays in theatre since my childhood.
Oh, that was your love.
Yes.
Because, curiously, I grew up in Bombay and my absolute love was the theatre.
Yes.
So I used to watch plays like by Hosi Visunia
Yeah.
and Alec Padamse, and they were the fondest memories I have.
Absolutely. Best time I have had
Yes.
in my life as well. So in Kolhapur, there's this school called Chhatrapati Shahu Vidyalaya.
Right.
And the Maharaj of Kolhapur actually looks after, takes care of us, I should say.
Wonderful.
And we had a lot of stress on extracurricular activities and sports along with the education, with the studies.
Right.
So fortunately, I was there because of my parents, and I had very nice teachers to guide me through. So that's how I used to play football. I played for Maharashtra. I was in NCC, and after that, we've got this competition called the Carnival in Kolhapur in our school, where it's a inter school competition.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like extracurricular.
The carnival across schools in Kolhapur.
Across schools in Kolhapur. And a lot of people participate with a lot of, preparations and take it very seriously. And that's how, they used to cultivate us also. So I used to dance, and then they took me into the acting department. Then I got the bigger roles. Then I got the better roles every time. But out of my overall learning, I would give the biggest credit to Pune. So after I came here, the world opened up, and the theatre here is absolutely at some different level. There are a lot of masters who actually conduct workshops, and they produce plays which are absolutely at par with the world, I should say, not in India.
Right.
And fortunately, I was part of a lot of such plays. There's this competition called Purushottam Karandak in Pune, Karandak.
Right.
So my college.
And this is so sweet of you, Virat, because lots of people, they always talk of Bombay being the ultimate place for stage and for theatre and stuff. So this is very nice that you give credit to a place like Pune.
No, I think Pune is one of the strongest in our country, along with Mumbai and Kolkata and Bangalore and a lot of other cities. But there's a very nice culture, and I should say, whatever education I have in terms of acting and theatre, or the understanding of appreciating art piece or a drama or any kind of cinema or whatever, but everything I will give the credit to Pune, and whatever people I met across my journey, that has given me the strength,
The impetus to go forward.
understanding to
Super.
be here.
How did you get into the industry?
So, like I said, I was doing a lot of plays here. I was learning. I'm still learning, but I was doing everything and anything I got hold of.
Right.
So, eventually, from Purushottam Karandak, there were I got a lot of prizes along the way. So, people saw me he's doing something, and I got noticed. So, there were a lot of directors and producers who are part of the whole system here.
Right.
And they are always part of the jury, or they're watching the plays, and
The young talent on display.
yeah, and that's such a great thing for someone like me, because I was picked up from there.
Oh, I see.
And I got connected with a lot of other people. They were like, we should try.
Oh, so a chain reaction kind of happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never planned to become an actor. I wanted to become
Are you
an
serious?
actor. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I desperately
I think half of India wants to be actors. The other half that doesn't want to play cricket, because they're the two religions in India. So
Yeah. Definitely. But I never knew how to become an actor.
Correct.
I wanted to become an actor, and then it started flowing, because I was doing whatever I got with all my heart, with all my honesty. I was trying to learn each and everything.
Right.
I was very hungry for it, I should say. And then everything started, following. And the chain reaction started, so I got a play,
Right.
which was by a very big and famous
Right.
theatre group here, and I was part of that play. And that's how I started to grow and learn and meet these wonderful people here
Okay.
who are actually doing. I should say they're actually doing an R&D on all such subjects which are very essential and very helpful for growth of our next generation.
I see.
In each and every way.
Okay.
So I was luckily part of that, and then I was picked up from one of such plays. And I used to do a lot of diploma films. I did few for FTI,
Right.
Symbiosis, Names, and other media colleges.
Right.
So that's how I was introduced to the camera. And luckily, I was found by my first director, Sujay.
Oh.
And
This was for the nationally famous film Kesari that you,
Yes,
that you
yes.
obviously got fame for.
yeah. I mean, I gave it all. And
This happened, if I'm not wrong, in 2017, right?
yeah, we shot it in 2017, 2018.
Right.
And it released in 2020.
Well, give us a little bit of a background of the film for those unfortunate few that haven't connected with it yet.
No, first of all, the film released and there was lockdown after the 8 days. So it was kind of not something I'd hoped for.
Right.
But eventually it was shown on TV and
But this was
it
happened
came
like a
on.
couple of years later, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for someone like you, a budding actor, a budding star, whose work, not talent, but whose work got nipped in the bud, in the sense that we couldn't see the work that you produced.
Yeah.
How did you deal with this period?
It was difficult. I write like it is difficult.
Right.
And the whole point was just to show yourself to people so that they know that you can do certain kind of work.
Right.
And films are the biggest platform we have.
Yes, absolutely.
So it was very tough, sir. I mean, I poured my heart out. I was working out for 4 years and did all that I could do.
And in your heart, you must have known that it's a really good film. Tell us a little bit about the genesis of the film. What is the film about?
Yeah.
And what is the underlying message of Kesari?
So it's an underdog story, right? Based on wrestling and the sport of wrestling. There's this whole world of wrestling in India,
Right.
One of the oldest sports in the history of humankind, and it has still survived the test of time. So there's a lot of what do you say, like. It is definitely one of the biggest sports in India.
Right.
So cricket and other
Absolutely. I think cricket just gained popularity.
Yeah,
But in terms of the masses,
rural parts of India.
Rural parts of India, right?
Yeah, so
Right.
people are absolutely very aspirational when they start, taking this seriously.
Right.
And Maharashtra Kesari, this tournament is at the pinnacle of everything.
Excellent.
So for anybody or any aspirant to reach there is a dream, a lifelong dream, and people train for 10 years, 12 years for it. And there are a lot of social aspects and a lot of political aspects connected to the whole,
Right.
what do you say, the whole endeavor.
Right.
And the story is about Balram Zada, who is a Norman local guy in the rural parts of Paschim Maharashtra.
Right.
And he wants to win the title.
Right.
And he doesn't have the means to do it. Nor he has the backup, nor has the family support or anything.
Right.
But he knows inside that he wants to win the competition. He can win the competition.
Right.
So, apart from the family scape, the social scape, and the whole skill part of the game, the learnings of the game,
Right.
that's one part. So, a lot of people do that. But then when they step up and they want to really compete at a bigger level, there's a lot of politics and there's this power game.
And the film digresses into the politics of the actual politics.
It eventually comes to all these obstacles, and if someone has to really showcase themselves at the top,
Right.
what
he undergoes.
we can be done with a good heart.
What do you think would be one of the things that wrestling gave you? Not the sport, but in terms of learning for life.
Oh, I must say a lot of things, a lot of big lessons in life, because you've got only 3 minutes to prove yourself. Right. 2 rounds of 3 minutes to prove 10 years of your hard work and training. And if you don't do that, you are amongst the millions who don't make it.
Oh, yeah.
And only 2, or I should say 1 makes it there, or the first 10 people make it.
It's almost like a Squid Game in reverse, right?
Absolutely.
No, only thing here you're still standing.
Yeah, but so you have to nail that one
Chance that you
opportunity that you get. And that's very difficult. You really, really hard on yourself at times. But if you really want it, you will eventually do it. And if you're not convinced and you are doing it, that's never going to happen. And you're going to just torture yourself. So you have to be convinced that you really want it. And if you are somewhere like that, and if you have that right mentors and right kind of training and right kind of attitude, then you can achieve everything. That's what I told myself when I was down and out during.
Yes. And I think, Virat, you just spoke about a wonderful word called resilience.
Yes.
If you don't have that resilience from within, and you don't genuinely believe in what you do,
Yeah.
there are a lot of obstacles in every field. Whether you're a photographer or you're in pageants like us, or you're an actor like yourself, there are several obstacles that come. If you don't have this inner fire and inner belief that what I'm doing, I love, and I want to succeed more, not for myself, but to showcase what this sport or this institution has. I think that's the only way that you can really achieve success.
Absolutely, sir. Yeah. And along with that, I think adaptability is also
A key.
learning and adaptability, because you have to outprove your yesterday's self and be better than everybody others, other competitors, I say, in terms of sport. So you have to be very adaptive, and you have to be very alert and keep on learning every day, just to
Stay ahead of the pack.
bring your best and groom your own self.
Yes.
So I think this has definitely taught me and taught me how to tackle failure also.
Wow.
Because you have to get up. Nobody says that you're doing it for 10 years, 15 years.
Right.
What you do today
You're only as good as your last release. Absolutely.
Yes. What you do today is all
And
that
I like the famous saying goes, your life depends on next Friday. The film releases on Friday, that's what makes you or breaks you.
That's definitely out of my bounds as an actor. Right. My whole part is until the last cut of the director, and I have to pour everything I've got, and I genuinely try and I learn every day.
What do you think of your film life after that? I'm sure you must have signed a few films and got a lot of banners and stuff, but what are the kind of roles that you sought, or and what other role till now has kind of matched up with the one you did in Kesari?
So because of Corona, it was all disrupted,
Right.
the whole process.
Right.
I was actually hoping to work with a lot of good directors. We have so many in our industry.
Right.
But that got snipped, like you said. And after that, when the film was aired and it was on OTT and YouTube and all, people saw what I could do. Right. Until that, nobody really contacted me.
Right.
I mean, I've never told this to anybody, but there was one call which was really surprising.
Okay.
And that was from Yash Raj Films.
Wow.
And that was during Corona, and nobody knows this.
Wow.
And they actually called me, the casting agency. Right. And they had seen some ad or something, and then they tried to contact me through Instagram. Right. And I mean, I couldn't go to Mumbai, and it didn't happen for me. But they found me valuable, and that too for a lead in their film.
Wonderful.
That was something which was very surprising for me. I mean, so like that, I was able to reach to a lot of other people as well, and few of them reached me as well. Yeah.
Now, I'm very fortunate to talk to someone like you, who has understood this statement. And when Yash Raj approached you as a relative unknown, I'm sure you must have been thrilled to bits.
Absolutely. I mean, it was very shocking, surprising. I mean, I never expected that to happen with me. Right. And especially after Corona hit. But it definitely, lifted me up during the whole period, which was very down and out.
Did you at this period ever feel that, I might as well look at another profession?
I have answered that question for myself
Several
a long
times.
time back because I am a civil engineer and I used to work. And then I confronted myself. I was like, I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to back myself and try my best.
Bravo.
And try to learn.
Right.
And that has, up till now, through the ups and downs, has been, I've been lucky enough that people have called me and I've worked on several films, out of which 3 released last year. There was this film called Bardovi, which we shot in Kolhapur. A brilliant cast and director we had, and the team was brilliant, and it was a treat. I mean, for me, I really enjoyed. That was the only enjoyable part during the Corona times. There's this friend of ours called Karl who directed it, and it was really appreciated by the critics also. It will come on OTT soon.
Okay.
And there was this other film called, it was light comedy called Lockdown Lagna. And there was this film, other film, a thriller film I did called Like and Subscribe, which was aired last year. Amay Wagh and Amrita Khanvilkar and a lot of other good actors were involved in it. And I was fortunate enough to be part of all such films. And I've actually shot 3 more films which will be releasing this year, hopefully.
So 2025 is going to be an action-packed year for you.
I don't know, I hope so. I've done my part.
Are release dates already announced?
No.
Okay.
They are not announced as yet, but they'll surely be releasing this year. There's this film called Operation London Cafe. It's a South-based film.
Right.
And
Short way?
it is South में किया है.
Okay.
It is shot
Southern
in
India.
Bangalore,
Okay.
Bangalore and other coastal parts of Karnataka.
Right.
And there's this film called Outkarika. It's a film with big heart. I'm the lead in the film. Nobody knows that actually, but yeah, it's going to come eventually. And there's this other Magnum Opus of Mahesh Manjrekar sir called Veer Daudle Saath, Virat Madake, Veer Daudle Saath. I'm part of that film as well. Lucky enough to be part of that. And there's something brewing right now.
We'll come to what's brewing later. But how has the experience been working with Mahesh Manjrekar?
Oh, he was the coach in Kesari. And he's been that kind of mentor who has been guiding and taking care of me actually.
Right.
He's being that parent of sort who is absolutely, coming and guiding me when I'm down and out and telling me what's good, what's bad for me. And like, he's one of the people I look up to. Yeah.
Who are the other established stars that you worked with?
I did a film called Soirik, right? Makarand Mane sir. He's a national award winner director.
Yes.
And it was a good experience to be with him. He was definitely on my bucket list.
Right.
And that happened after the lockdown. Then I have worked with Manjrekar sir as a director who I look up to. Now this thing I'm shooting is definitely one of the top 3, I should say. And I won't be able to tell, but
yeah. And you very sweetly told me, and like we discussed, NDA definitely stands for non-disclosure agreement, so we won't get into it. But suffice to say for the viewers that Virat is part of a Magnum Opus now, which is historical. There's very little else that we can talk about at this point in time, but it is with established national stars.
Yeah, so we have Akshay Kumar as Shivaji Maharaj and Veer Daudle Saath. So we are working with him. We worked with him rather.
Right.
The film is shot. And there are a lot of other big names in terms of their caliber as well. I mean, not in terms of their fame that I was lucky enough to be working with. One of them was, he was absolutely known by the world. But Vikram Gokhale sir was a huge influence on me. I saw how dedicatedly and how honestly a person at his age who's done everything and achieved everything, was genuinely and pouring his heart out every day at that age also. I mean, and we used to talk a lot, and I really got to know the real Vikram sir, and that was one of the highlights of the people I've worked with. And then a lot of other people, a lot of other theatre people who have taught me a lot of things and grown me in a way. A lot of Pune-based people as well.
As we come to the relative end of our talk show, what has film in its real sense done for you? I mean, it's obviously got you stardom.
Yeah.
But what do you attribute, your life? How has it really revolved around film?
I've been very selfish, right? When I say that, I believe that there are no selfless acts in the world. Eventually, you have to be your own guide, right? And your own strength. And the only place where I was at peace or I was the happiest or I could be my own self was on stage initially and now in front of
The camera, yes.
and that actually shaped everything in my life because my choices were made for me, right? And I was very clear, or that conviction which I got was because of that. Because as I said, I was an engineer, used to work in another field as well, but there was a point when I decided, and I was absolutely convinced that I'm going to take that leap of faith. And thanks to my parents, my wife,
Allowed this.
yeah, I mean, it's because of them and a few friends and my family members that I'm able to do that because it's really hard otherwise. I mean, you have to know what to do with your own time, right? And you that has shaped me overall. And I think to live in someone else's shoes is the whole curiosity part of it,
Yes.
which has brought me here, and I get to learn so much about other people, which me in my own frame of mind, which is restricted at times, doesn't allow me to.
Right.
And that's how I've learned
You feel a sense of freedom playing a character? I mean, you can be somebody else, and your values remain the same internally, but you're able to exhibit those qualities of another person or persona.
that's what I try to do. I mean, it's up to the audience to gauge how well I've done that.
Yeah.
But my whole attempt is to forget my life and try to be someone else.
In the shoes of someone else.
Yeah, and to learn their life and to be, know their life and know their selves, know their head, know their body,
Right.
and try to become that person. And that helps me grow in my own life because that makes me empathetic. I mean, the word compassion is big, but it definitely makes me compassionate for my own self. I mean, I should use it, but it's a big word, but it has pushed me in that direction. And that has made me overcome a lot of my own things in my own life,
Right.
which were not absolutely supporting me in any way. So I would say it's kind of a therapy for me to get back to my life and to get back to my original.
On these lines, Virat, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, I think I have a long way to go, and I want to do a lot of films where they make me grow, right, as a person, right? Like I said, I'm really selfish, right? So I want to reach that pinnacle of mine where I can say that I'm proud to be part of that.
Okay, let me ask you a little trick question. So you're given a choice, a magnum opus with stars, where your role is relatively insignificant, or a hardcore art film, which has got a lot of meat. The role is very, very, very interesting, but it may not bring you that much success. What's your choice?
Both. and
No, in an ideal world,
I was lucky enough to do both recently, and
Wonderful.
happy, but I want to keep on doing that.
Right.
I'm not going to restrict myself. I want to prove myself at every avenue or any kind of type of film or whatever role that I have. I want to break the mold every day, and whatever comes to me has to be different every time. I don't want to do the same thing twice.
Right.
That's the whole part of it. So, like you said, I definitely see myself with a big, not in number wise,
Right.
but big at heart.
Yes.
Roles which are big at heart.
quality rules.
Yeah, and which I mean, the role connects with the audience, and I am able to move them because of the writer and director. Right. It's, the whole plot of the film.
Maybe there's a national trophy or a Filmfare award just on the corner. So that is definitely going to be there, Virat. But
Yeah,
it's been so fascinating, seeing the persona, or I'll put it the other way around. It's seeing the real Virat Madake, because you've proven to us how well you can step into the shoes of other people. So it was really so nice to get into your own shoes and have this real candid conversation with you about the real Virat Madake. Cheers to you. Cheers to life ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. I must tell you, it has been a privilege and I had fun and lot of things I've said in front of camera for the first time.
Wow.
Nobody knows that side of me. And thanks to you for
you so
calling
very
me here and having me here.
No, it's been an absolute privilege for me here. Virat, absolute privilege.
Same here, sir. And hopefully we'll do this again.
For sure, for
Thank
sure.
you so much.
I told you, we're going to do one with the national award in your hand. For sure.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
sir.
fingers crossed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Virat, back in 2020, I had written a book called Beginning is Everything, which is specifically about introductions that a pageant contestant can use if she aspires to win.
Oh,
Yes. I'd like to gift you an autograph copy.
lovely.
That's what the book looks like. And apparently I was thrilled to know that it became an Amazon bestseller.
Oh, that's lovely. I mean,
Yes. Can I invite you to present the book to you?
absolutely, sir.
Please.
Thank you so much, sir.